Hi everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Julie and I'm an audiologist at Davidson Hearing Aid Centers working out of the Bank Street location. Bienvenue à notre événement virtuel. Over the next few minutes, I'd like you to learn more about the auditory system. So here's a video to watch and learn about how we hear.
Sounds are collected by the outer ear, which consists of the auricle and the external auditory canal. The sound is guided through the ear canal to the middle ear. The sound arrives at the eardrum, a flexible circular membrane which starts to vibrate when sound waves strike it. The sound waves are passed on by the movement of the eardrum to the middle ear. In the middle ear are three tiny bones, referred to as the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup. Collectively, they are known as the ossicular chain. These form a bridge from the eardrum to the entrance of the inner ear. Their interaction increases and amplifies the sound vibrations further before these are relayed fully into the inner ear via the oval window. In the inner ear is the cochlea, which is similar in shape to a snail shell. It contains several membranous sections which are filled with watery fluids. When the sound waves vibrate the oval window, the fluid begins to move, thus setting minute hair cells in motion. These hair cells then transform the vibrations into electrical impulses, which are sent via the auditory nerve and onto the brain. What we call noises are actually just sound waves, which are transmitted through the air.
Isn't the ear incredible? Given how complex the auditory system is, it really doesn't take much to cause something to go wrong and lead to hearing loss. There are two main types of hearing loss that exist. The first is called conductive hearing loss. It occurs when sound is unable to transmit properly through the outer or middle ear structures, specifically the eardrum and the ossicle bones. Common causes of conductive hearing loss include occluding earwax, otosclerosis, or a perforated eardrum. The second type of hearing loss, which is more common, is called sensory neural hearing loss. As the name suggests, it occurs in the sensory portion of the ear, which is the inner ear or cochlea. Here's another video to show you specifically how the cochlea functions and why a hearing loss can develop there.
More than 80% of all people with hearing impairment are affected by a so-called sensory neural hearing loss caused by dysfunctions in the cochlea. There are fine hair cells responsible for sound transmission. The three rows of outer hair cells react to soft sounds and sharpen the differences between similar sound frequencies. The inner hair cells react to loud sound. Together, they result in a smooth perception of the full sound range and a good separation of similar sounds. The fine hair cells can be damaged, for example, by injuries, illnesses, noise exposure, or general wear and tear. In the affected areas, the nerve cells are no longer stimulated effectively, resulting in not enough or distorted impulses being transmitted to the brain for sound processing. Typically, it's the high frequencies that are affected first, as the respective hair cells are located at the entry of the cochlea, where every sound wave passes by. This normally leads to difficulties in hearing and understanding soft, high-pitched sounds, such as S or TH, which in normal hearing help us to distinguish words like pass and path. Hearing loss is a process that normally develops over many years, and no two cases are the same. However, modern hearing instruments can compensate for most hearing losses with intelligent technology.
Because sensory neural hearing loss affects our ability to hear clearly, this is what leads to so many difficulties hearing in situations that are complex, like with background noise. Hearing aids are a really great solution in order to help us hear better in these challenging environments. They include features like directional microphones to help beam forward and help capture speech in front of us, or also noise reduction parameters, allowing us to go about our day, and as the environment switches around us, the hearing aids can respond accordingly to the sounds that we hear and help uplift speech and reduce the background noise. At the Virtual Hearing Show, we are highlighting the 6 global leading hearing aid manufacturers and showcasing their products. Please feel free to watch their videos and learn more about how each of them are offering better hearing solutions.